Today is day 14 for my Bonne Maman Advent Calendar. Let's see what's behind door number 14. Counter cooking. No kitchen, no problem. Here's door number 14. It's on the right-hand side. It is the only door on the right-hand side that we have not opened yet. Let's see what we have in here. And we have mango, raspberry, lime spread. I'm pretty sure I had this before because I remember being surprised at how good those flavors were together. Today I am making some mini wonton hand pies in my CWC Mini Toaster Oven. This is what I'm using. I'm using some butter, which I need to melt. So I'm going to put this in the toaster oven as it preheats. I'm using some of these wonton wrappers. I'm using a little bit of sugar and then also some water to help seal the wonton wrappers. And of course my fruit spread. I'm using the pan that came with this toaster oven. I did put some parchment paper on it and I'll be cooking the mini hand pies on the parchment paper. Right now I'm adding this little dish with some butter and I just want that to melt while this heats up. I have this set to 450, which is actually like 350, and I just put it on for 10 minutes. I'll probably take the melted butter out before 10 minutes. While the mini oven is heating up, let's assemble our hand pie. So here's my wonton wrapper. And I just realized I did not taste this. And the reason why is because I'm pretty sure I've had this already. It's a really nice balance of the mango and raspberry with a hint of lime. I remember thinking how nicely mango and raspberry went together. So let's just take some of this and put it on the wonton wrapper. And this is going to be the filling for our little, that's the filling for our little hand pie. Next, I'm going to dip my finger in some water. And I just want to put water on these edges, and that's going to help seal the wonton. And this is so easy. All I'm going to do is fold this over. And I just want to make sure that the edges are nice and tight so our filling does not escape. That looks good, but I'm going to grab a fork and I am going to just crimp the edges of this. I think it looks nice and it helps it stay sealed. That looks really good. One thing that I do like to do is poke a few holes on top of it. I'm taking a toothpick, I'm just poking 2 little holes, and I do need to get the butter out of the toaster oven. Now all I need to do is add melted butter to the top of it and then sprinkle it with the sugar. Ideally, I would have a little brush for this, but I don't. So I'm just going to use this spatula and kind of try to spread some butter around on here. The butter gives it nice flavor and I think it helps it brown a little bit, but I'm also adding some sugar. I'm just using raw cane sugar. And there's my mini hand pie. I mean, it really could not be any easier. So I'm going to transfer this to the pan that I've taken out of the toaster oven, and I'm going to assemble more hand pies. Here are my 4 little hand pies on the tray. I'm going to put this in the toaster oven and I'm going to set a timer for about 10 minutes. It's been about 4 minutes and we have a problem. It looks like 2 of them are leaking, which I don't know how that's possible, but that's what it looks like. Very disappointed with that. It's been 10 minutes now and these are browning nicely, so I'm going to say these are done. I don't want them to burn. That's what they look like, and you can see these two have been leaking. That one's a little bit too brown, but let's take these out, let them cool down a little bit. A nice thing about this toaster oven is that it has a metal top, so a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just take a pan out and rest it on top, but I am going to get another cooling rack and put it on that because the top does stay quite warm. Here are the mini hand pies, and what I'm thinking is that I definitely should have poked more than 2 holes in them, and I think that's why some of the filling oozed out, because I've made these before and I did not have that problem. But what I did previously was I just took a fork and I pricked the top of it with a fork, but I wanted them to look nicer for the video, which is why I decided to use the toothpick instead. But next time I would definitely increase the amount of holes that I put on these. I'm just letting them cool off a little bit more before I taste one. What they really remind me of is those hot apple pies from McDonald's. I don't know if McDonald's still has those because I haven't eaten in a McDonald's in a very long time, but they used to have apple pies that were shaped exactly like this, but much bigger. These are kind of like a miniature version of that. But of course, these are mango, raspberry, and lime instead. This one here and this one here are the ones that did not leak. They do look like they are puffier, like more full than these two. And these are the two that leaked. Also, if I had powdered sugar, these would be really nice dusted with powdered sugar. But I'm sure these are going to taste fine exactly how they are. Let's try one of the ones that leaked first. And what I love about these is that the wonton bakes really crispy. So these have like a really crispy shell, and it's super thin because the wonton wrapper is so thin. As you can see, there's still some of the filling in this one, and you see how it kind of puffs up and makes like a little pocket. It's really good. The butter and the sugar on top definitely help transform it into more of a mini pie, or like a cookie almost. These are crisp, but they're also a little bit chewy. Let's try this one. Or it could be that they get crispier the longer you wait to eat them. Like as they cool, they get crispier. They're so good. I am going to let these two cool completely. I'll be back in another 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and we'll just see if they're even crispier when they're more cooled. It's been over a half hour now, so let's see how these are doing. Let's try this one. They're much crunchier when they're thoroughly cooled. I'm going to finish off this last one, and this makes such a quick and easy dessert. Obviously, if you're using a larger oven, you can make more of these at one time. 4 of these is like the perfect amount for a light dessert, and they're nice and sweet, and they're crunchy and fruity with the filling, and it's just a really nice little treat. And so that's what I made with the fruit spread in my Bonne Maman Advent Calendar today. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to this channel to see what else we can make with the fruit spreads in this Bonne Maman Advent Calendar. Thanks so much for watching. Have a very happy holiday season.